In 1960, China's economy is smaller than Canada's. By 2026, it has passed every economy on Earth except the United States. This is the 66-year war for who runs the world. Most of it happens in the last 15 years. 1960. One country produces 40% of everything the world makes. The other major economy is forbidden from selling to it. Bretton Woods pegs the dollar to gold. Every other currency pegs to the dollar. America has rebuilt Europe. America has occupied Japan. America has won the war and the peace that followed. In 1966, Mao launches the Cultural Revolution. China closes its universities for a decade. In Siberia, Soviet oil revenue funds proxy wars on 3 continents. In Washington, gold flows out of Fort Knox faster than the Treasury can replace it. August 15, 1971, Nixon goes on television. He suspends the dollar's convertibility into gold. Bretton Woods is dead. The dollar floats. October 1973. OPEC quadruples oil prices in 6 months. Saudi Arabia's economy goes from $5 billion to $165 billion in 7 years. The Soviet Union, awash in petrodollars, reaches its all-time peak. American inflation hits 11%. Detroit can't sell its cars. 1978. Deng Xiaoping returns to power in Beijing and reverses 30 years of Maoism. Special economic zones open on the coast. 1979, Iran's revolution stops the oil. Crude prices double again. The second oil shock. In 1982, Mexico defaults on its foreign debt, then Brazil, then Argentina, then 12 more countries. Latin America's lost decade begins, while Japan exports 2 million cars a year to America. The dollar is too strong. September 1985, 5 finance ministers meet at the Plaza Hotel in New York. They agree to weaken the dollar. They succeed. Japan's bubble starts inflating the next day. By 1988, Japan owns the world's top 8 banks by market cap. The Imperial Palace grounds in Tokyo are briefly worth more than California. November 1989, the Berlin Wall falls. Soviet bloc economies discover they are 40 years behind. December 1991, the Soviet Union dissolves. Russia inherits 148 million people, and an empire that owns nothing it can sell. 1992, the Cold War is over, and the American economy grows uncontested for 9 years. Bill Clinton balances the federal budget. Russia's GDP collapses by half. India deregulates. China grows 10% a year, year after year. Japan, having peaked, stays flat. 1997, Thailand devalues the baht. The Asian financial crisis takes down Indonesia, Korea, and the Philippines in months. 1998, long-term capital management implodes in Greenwich, Connecticut. 2 Nobel Prize winners run the fund. The Federal Reserve organizes a $3.5 billion private bailout to prevent contagion. January 1999. 11 European countries surrender their currencies to a single bank in Frankfurt. The euro launches December 2001. China joins the World Trade Organization. The manufacturing center of the world is about to move east. For the next 9 years, China grows at 10% a year. 800 million Chinese factory workers reshape global manufacturing. By 2007, China is the world's third largest economy. The same year, Steve Jobs unveils the iPhone in San Francisco. The smartphone economy is born. September 2008. Lehman Brothers files Chapter 11. The largest bankruptcy in American history. Citigroup loses 95% of its market cap in 18 months. The Western financial system requires $1 trillion in emergency support. China's economy barely registers the crisis. December 2010. China passes Japan to become the world's second largest economy. Japan has held that rank since 1968. August 2011, Standard & Poor's strips the United States of its AAA credit rating for the first time in history. The same week, Greece needs a second bailout. The Eurozone is 6 months from collapse. November 2011. Mario Draghi takes over the European Central Bank. The next July, he says 3 words, whatever it takes. The euro stabilizes. December 2012. HSBC, Britain's largest bank, settles with the United States Department of Justice. The charge? Laundering $881 million for the Sinaloa drug cartel over 7 years. The fine is $1.9 billion. HSBC stock rises 3% on the news. No executive is charged. The head of compliance is reassigned to a different department. HSBC stock closes the year up 30%. (2014) Oil collapses from $100 a barrel to $30 in 18 months. Saudi Arabia and Russia, both petrostates, watch their economies contract by 1/3. June 2016. Britain votes 52 to 48 to leave the European Union. The pound drops 8% overnight. July 2018. Trump imposes tariffs on $34 billion of Chinese goods. The world's 2 largest economies begin to decouple. March 2020. COVID lockdowns caused the largest single-quarter contraction in global GDP since the Second World War. The United States passes $5 trillion in pandemic stimulus. The Federal Reserve buys $6 trillion in bonds. By 2021, global supply chains jam. Container ships idle off Long Beach for weeks. Inflation hits a 40-year high. February 2022. Russia invades Ukraine. SWIFT sanctions strip half of Russia's foreign reserves. May 2023. NVIDIA, a graphics chip company most of the world has never heard of, crosses $1 trillion in market cap. AI CapEx remakes the semiconductor industry within 18 months. December 2024. India passes Japan to become the 4th largest economy on Earth. India was the 10th largest in 1995. Today, the United States economy is bigger than the next 3 combined. China is 2nd. Germany and India are tied for 3rd. But measure wealth per person and the chart inverts. Americans average $85,000 per person. Chinese citizens, $13,000. Indians, $3,000. The chart you have been watching is the size of each country's economy. The chart you have not been watching is how much of that economy reaches an individual. The story of total GDP is the story of who runs the world. The story of GDP per capita is the story of who lives in it. The two are not the same.